Namaskar, hello and welcome to CIET NCERT's special live phone-in program of webinar, where we come with a series on digital initiatives in education by either some state or union territory or any autonomous organization. And today we are going to talk about the digital initiatives taken by the state of Manipur. Yes, if you have any questions, any queries regarding the digital initiatives they have taken so far, and you want to ask anything, any doubt you have, please raise your questions. You can ask us on our number, which is 8800440559. You're watching us at this moment from channel number PM eVidya, channel number 6 to channel number 12, and also on our YouTube channel, which is NCERT Official. In the live chat box of our channel, you can write down your questions, queries, and share them with us. So till 5 o'clock, this discussion will be on, and our experts, they'll be more than happy to answer all your queries. And we'll take your questions towards the end of this program, so feel free to share throughout this 1 hour. Let me introduce you to our today's guest. We have with us the principal of DTH from Senapati, and she is Miss M. Indira Devi. Welcome, ma'am.
Namaste.
Namaskar. And along with her, we have Dr. Ting Ho Neng, and she is a lecturer in DTH, Chandel. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, a very good afternoon to you, ma'am, and very welcome to this program of ours. And let's just begin. And before going any further, I just want our viewers to know that if you wish to email us your questions, then our email ID would be training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So we'll be waiting for your questions as always. Let's begin this conversation, and I would like to ask Indira ma'am here. Ma'am, what are those digital initiatives you want us to know, you want to inform about to our viewers? Ma'am.
Tanvi ma'am, actually today we want to brief about the initiatives taken by SCRT since the last 10 years, and after that we want to highlight under the initiatives under Samagra Shiksha, and what are the initiatives we have taken up during COVID-19. And after then, we got resource support from the CIET and CRT also. That also we want to highlight it. And we have some problems we faced during the initiatives taken by us. That also we want to place it before of you, as well as some recommendations. That is a broad framework for today's presentation.
Okay, so shall we begin, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. So before starting actual initiation taken up by the state of Manipur, just I want to highlight a brief about Manipur, as we are the team members from Manipur, about where is Manipur, and who are the people living here, and what type of language they are spoken by the people, because we are a bit different from the other parts of India. That's why we want to show to you that. So in front of you, ma'am, we are showing the map of India, and in this map of India we can find a small state in the easternmost corner with green in color. That is the state of Manipur. And when we look at it, we find that the state of Manipur is quite small comparative to other states of India, like Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan or Maharashtra. So we are a small state, and we are bordering with Nagaland and Assam and Mizoram states. And in the eastern side of Manipur, we are bordering with Myanmar country. So this is the location where Manipur is situated. And on the other side of my slide, I'm showing you the different communities who are living in the state of Manipur. So the first one is a girl from Meitei community, and that one which is on the top, that is one girl, and the boy is from Kuki tribe, and the below two girls are from Naga tribe, and in the corner there is some cultural festival is here going on. So these are some of the people who are living, and this shows that our appearance is a bit different from the other parts of India, the people who are living in other parts of India, and especially the northern part and the southern part of India, we are a bit different. Likewise, ma'am, what we are seeing is that not only the appearances, but our language is also a bit different, and the culture and traditions are also different. So, being a Manipuri, because of these differences, we want to expose ourselves to the other larger communities about our knowledges, about our culture, about our tradition, so that we can feel the sense of oneness, and we can feel the sense of equality, and we can feel the sense of self-confidence and integrity. So therefore, we hope that this digital platform initiated by CIET and CERT New Delhi will bring oneness among all the Indians who are living at the different corners of our country. So again, in the next slide, I'm going to show the profile of Manipur specific to the schools. So in this, under the different types of management, here in broad, we are dividing into 9 groups under the Department of Education, Government Aided, Social Welfare Department, Tribal Welfare Department, likewise madrasa is here even in Manipur. So altogether there are 9 types of management, and under these 9 types of management, altogether there are 4,653 schools. So this includes both government and the private. So the students who are enrolled in these different types of schools is around 6,50,000, roundabout. And likewise, the number of teachers is also around 45,000. So the number of schools situated in setting up in Manipur is not a few. We can say the number is not a few, even the number of teachers is quite large. Therefore, being SCART at the state level and the DTH at the district level, being an academic authority, we are supporting. We are a supporting mechanism in the school education sector. That is why we, from time to time, we have to initiate different kinds of innovations and initiatives from time to time. So that's why we are taking up this kind of digital initiatives also in Manipur, and we can, in this regard, we can go back to 2010, where we have initiated maybe for the first time in regular basis, the audio educational programs. Next slide, please. So this audio educational program, actually the regular program was started in 2010, and before also we have started a bit, but the program was not regular at that time. So here, the audio educational program is aired under the All India Radio under the banner Atopa Mangal. This title Atopa Mangal is a title name as in Manipuri, and that is another ray of light. The literal meaning of it is another ray of light. So under this banner, we have started broadcasting the audio educational programs. And when we talk about this program, this is a regular program broadcast by All India Radio, and we have to broadcast it twice in a week on the days of Thursday and the Saturday. At the morning, 6:40 a.m., and the mode of production is in-house production, and the duration of program is short. It is only of 15 minutes. But the program is mainly looking from the context of Manipur. We took the program from their curriculum and the syllabus from class 1 to 12. This is and we are not solely based on the topics and the lessons of each and every class. We took a broad framework, and looking at the curriculum, we have to make the content of the program. And while presenting the program, we use different kinds of formats. Here I have written some formats like song format, play format, and the dramatized format also. But here sometimes we use narrative format also. And this brings, this can minimize the monotony of the listeners. So that's why we are making different kinds of formats from time to time as per the suggestions from the listeners. So, Tanvi ma'am, here we can argue that why in this technological world, why in this internet world, still we are using this kind of low and low cost technology, like audio educational program. Why is it so? So, the answer lies in Manipur. Looking at the context of Manipur, Manipur is not such a well to-do state in terms of its economy. But in terms of its human resources, it is, we are at par with the other states. But looking at their economy and the resources, we are not that much good in condition. That is why we have to look at the strategies which is quite cost effective also. So number one point is that radio transmission is a cost-effective program, and it can reach to the hard places like the difficult hill terrain and the remote areas also. Because we can look at the topography of Manipur. Manipur itself is a landlocked state, and as well the ratio of the hill and the valley area is 10:1. While the hill is 10, there will be only 1% of, one part in the valley area. That is why the internet connectivity is sometimes, it is very hard to reach, but the radio transmission, it can transmit to the far-flung areas. That's why we are using it. And moreover that, the children who are residing at the remote areas, some are learning formally and some are learning informally. So they can hear this kind of educational programs during their working time or during their resting time, along with their parents and with their sisters, mothers. So the program is not solely targeted to the children, but also we are targeting to their elders, parents, and for everybody we are targeting so that they can learn among themselves about the education that we are imparting. Therefore, we think and we feel like that this kind of technological initiative approaches towards the goal of education for all. That's why we are still taking up these educational, audio educational programs. But besides this, during 2010, we have started producing educational films also. But there, in parallel to these audio programs, although we have started these educational films, but the underlying difference is that when we produce the educational films, it costs a lot, and sometimes due to the lack of manpower also, we cannot produce that much as the audio programs. That's why maybe once or twice in a year we produce the films, and it is for 15 to 20 minutes, and we display in the local TV channel on sponsorship basis. This is what the mode of displaying and how different kinds of films are producing. Now, looking at these educational films and the audio films, still we are producing from time to time, and every year we are producing different kinds of films and the audios are. And in this journey, in this venture of this audio and video educational programs, and we got many, we can say many awards. Like in 2018 here, I also have mentioned that Jury Appreciation Award we have got in All India Children's Educational Audio Video Festival and the ICT Mela. And sometimes we get Best Production Award and the Best Sound Recordist, Best Style Artist. These are some of the areas that we are getting awards. And below I have given certain links that we have got awards. So please play the
tꯧꯖꯔꯁꯅꯨ ꯇꯧꯏ blockade la ban la
ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯤ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯩꯊꯦꯜ ꯆꯠꯂꯨꯏ ꯏꯃꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯡꯕꯅ ꯑꯂꯨꯕꯨ ꯀꯦꯖꯤꯗ 90 ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯦꯅꯦ ꯇꯤꯜꯍꯧꯕꯨ 60 ꯍꯋꯥꯏ ꯃꯪꯒꯜꯗꯤ ꯐꯪꯕꯨ ꯐꯪꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯤ
ꯀꯔꯕꯥꯔ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯇꯣꯟ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯕꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯇꯧꯏ
I'm just highlighting the introductory part of this film that is called Sanagi Chaishu. And this is an award-winning film. And likewise, in our SCART YouTube channel, SCART Manipur YouTube channel, we have uploaded the films and the audios, and these are the photograph of the awards that we have got. And after this, after the venture of this audio and the educational programs, films programs, we are again switch over to this tele-education network, which is taken up in the year 2018. Actually, this tele-education network is for the first time in all the diets and in all the higher secondary schools of Manipur. We try to link together to make a platform, and it was implemented on October 26, 2018, collaborating with ISRO, our state Manipur, and the NASAC, that is Northeast Space Application Center. And its main hub is at Meghalaya. So under this, till now we have connected to 14 higher secondary schools and the 10 diet centers and the one at SCART. We have installed the satellite interactive terminals. And it is very much beneficial to all the stakeholders, to all the students, as well the teacher educators, as well as the pre-service teacher educators. Like how we are trying to impart knowledge through this tele-education network is that being SCRT as one of the hub, they invite the resource persons from time to time on different areas and who are expert in different areas, and they will impart knowledge to all the 25 states at one time. And the students and the listeners, all the stakeholders will see it together, will hear it together, and after then there will be some question and answer session, and at that time they can ask their doubt areas. Likewise, this program is, they try to carry out this kind of program on every Wednesday of a week. So it was some of the initiatives taken up by the SCRT to impart education at large. And the next is, besides this, there is, we all know it, Diksha. Diksha, this is for the countrywide program, and this is digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. And in Manipur, for the first time, it was implemented in 2019. And Diksha, its objective is share knowledge among the teacher across the nation and to energize school textbooks by using QR code. So while implementing Diksha for the first time in Manipur, for energizing the school textbooks from the Diksha team, they impart their knowledge so that we get support, and we organize workshop from the Diksha team so that we can embed the QR code. So after then we transferred our sharing of ideas to the CIET also about this Diksha. But the only two objectives are written here, but besides its objectives, during this pandemic also, we found many utilities by using Diksha. That is, students can learn by themselves, teachers can learn by themselves, and not only sharing of knowledge, through the Diksha platform, we impart online training program for teachers. That also we have conducted Nistha 2.0 as well as Nistha 3.0 also we have conducted through this Diksha successfully in Manipur. So besides the sharing of knowledge, we are trying to impart this kind of online training program also. And in this Diksha platform, please next slide please. And here up to this we have, these are the initiative now. Ma'am Teng Khoneng will take up the remaining part.
Good afternoon, CIET team and all our viewers. My main focus would be on initiatives and achievements taken up by Samagra Shiksha. However, before I share those, I would like to share the initiatives and achievement or some of the achievements of school literacy development program in Manipur under SCRT. The activities of SLDP was flourishing since 2018, having experienced its prime time after the conduct of various capacity building programs for the State Resource Group, SRZ, and for the head teachers on school literacy. It had also completed 2 batches of 1-month certificate course on school leadership development and management for head teachers from 4 Valley districts. By then, the school heads who had participated in the 1-month training course were fully motivated. They were also very enthusiastic, and they gear up to face various challenges that comes on their way. But we also have witnessed a lot of changes taking place in the schools, like beautification of the school environment, changes and improvement in the teaching learning process, positive attitudes of head teachers towards other teachers and to their students, which enhance the learning outcome of our students. But suddenly, the country and the whole world got struck by the pandemic or COVID-19, what we call, and our hopes to live life was shattered. We could not imagine to improve our school system while we were struggling between life and death. It's a fact that many noble souls and precious lives have been swept away by the cruel hand of COVID-19. So during the pandemic, as we could not meet physically, few of the head teachers did share their good practices through webinar series under State School Leadership Academy in collaboration with NCSL, NIPA. Thus, we could somehow continue to carry out the activities of school leadership program in a virtual mode. So a separate dedicated state YouTube channel is also created for sharing all the digital contents relating to school literacy and the team had developed its video documentation on school transformation. And all these digitized documents relating to transformation of schools have started being uploaded in this state YouTube channel. Now we will look into the initiatives and achievement of Samagra Shiksha, Manipur for the year 2020-21. Samagra Shiksha, Manipur in the year 2021 has undertaken various initiatives, some of which has become a success story, while some are on its path to success. Some of the initiatives and achievements are highlighted below. The first work taken up was Geo TV channel. This is Manipur's first ever dedicated educational TV channel called Lyric. The meaning of Lyric is book. This channel was launched under the platform of Geo TV to provide benefit to both the teachers and the students. So this Geo TV provides benefit to not only to students but to both teachers and students. Then through the channel, students can watch the contents easily on a mobile phone instead of watching a TV. Like they can use smartphones, or even GeoPhone is capable of showcasing this Geo TV. This Geo TV channel is managed by Department of Education, Manipur. The channel can show programs in local language as well as in English. Live programs, live classroom sessions can also be integrated within it. The channel can be watched anywhere in the country. Next, it had produced or it had developed a radio class. Samagra Shiksha Manipur, in collaboration with All India Radio, has initiated the production of drama-based educational program which they call radio class in All India Radio in 5. We can see the main objective of, what is the main objective of this program? The main objective of radio class is to provide distance learning to the students of class 6 to 12 through radio broadcasting. This enables the learners to receive knowledge at home, while it is also targeting to reach out to the needy students who do not have access to internet. You know, one thing very interesting about this program is at the end of every episode, students are allowed to join in a question and answer round. And the winner is awarded with a cash prize of rupees 200 to 500 respectively. So this competition indeed motivated our young students to participate in radio class, because even if it's a very small amount, they were awarded with a cash prize. So it has created a lot of interest among the students. Then the department, in coordination with All India Radio, conducts classes in the form of play. And the next important development is e-learning. All over the world we see changes are taking place in the field of education and even in other fields. So digital contents and digital learning have also become part and parcel of our system. E-learning facilitates teaching learning, then it also enhances learning, and it also reaches out to the unreached. So in view of the unpredicted crisis the world over due to the spread of novel coronavirus, or what we call COVID-19, and the nationwide lockdown, our school students have lost a lot of instructional days due to closure of school. So in order to mitigate this loss and to keep the students abreast with their syllabi, in such trying times and considering the urgent need to adopt digital or e-learning platforms as one of the alternative means of learning. So Samagra Shiksha Manipur, in collaboration with the Department of Education, school has initiated preparing class-specific e-content for such e-learning platforms. The contents are available in YouTube at the Red Department of Education, Schools, Manipur, and in Facebook at the Red Department of Education Schools, Manipur. Again, another very important app is called Lyric app or Lyric website. Adaptation of e-platforms in the school or in the sector of education by the government department has rather been laid. The possibility and opportunities that can be explored in using e-platforms for education has been strongly felt, and a small step towards a giantship has now been taken in the school education sector in Manipur. So all training and workshops are now being documented in either booklet or digital form. This is for future reference and for training purposes. A mobile app called Lyric is available in Play Store for all the students. All digital e-contents are available in it. This is an initiative taken by Samagra Shiksha Manipur to provide access to knowledge and education to the students of classes 1 to 12. And we would like to display this web, how teachers were teaching in the video. We would find class 1 to 10 even in Diksha. Teaching of the subjects are found in video, taught by dedicated teachers from different schools and higher secondaries. One of the examples.
Hello everyone, I am Pupul Haikruzam. I teach English for classes 9 and 10. Hello everyone, welcome to English class. Today in our class, let us read a poem from class 10 English Literature Reader, chapter number 2, 3 years she grew in sun and shower by William Wordsworth. This poem being written by William Wordsworth, we need to know a little bit about him, the poet. William Wordsworth. So we would find that each subjects, different subjects, maths, English, social science, and different subjects are taught by different teachers through these videos. And children can self-learn at home without going to school during the pandemic. And this, I think this is a very big step taken up by Education Department. So Manipur Education Department has also launched the e-learning website for students studying in classes 1 to 12. And this e-learning website is only for students studying in schools affiliated to Manipur Board and Council of Higher Education. The website has
85 bilingual audiovisual classes, namely what we have just seen, LyricNet or LyricNet. Both the websites are being watched by the government so as to avoid piracy. And the launch of the website and mobile app marks the new chapter in the history of education in Manipur, as students can go through the lessons for easier self-learning. The website has audio-visual e-content for all the 200 plus subjects from class 1 to 12, with compulsory subject first. The project on completion will produce 2,000 hours of digital, audio, visual, e-content. Then we also have YouTube channel. More than 1,000 videos of e-content are available in Department of Education School, called YouTube channel and Facebook page. This channel has been subscribed by more than 3,000 subscribers and more than 1,37,700 viewers. Then digital initiative is also undertaken during COVID-19 pandemic with NERI, like different workshops on different topics were conducted under SCRT with the support from NERI. One is capacity building for KRPs of Northeast states on foundational literacy and numeracy. That was held in January. Then another workshop is rollout workshop on MOES, guidelines for development of e-content for children with disability. That was also held in the month of January. Then another is Pan-India training workshop for including children with specific learning disabilities, SLD, and autism spectrum disorder, ASP, in regular schools for the year 2021-22. This was a virtual workshop for Eastern region under NERI. You would pardon me, the capacity building for KRPs of Northeast states on foundational literacy and numeracy was not in January, but it was in October. So we have had a very good experience because the experts were well known, or they were very eminent experts from the country and even abroad. So we have benefited a lot from this virtual mode. Thank you, everyone.
Friends, again, during the COVID-19 pandemic, not only the programs given by the NERI and the NCERT, there are other programs also. But due to this time limitation, we cannot mention all the other programs which is taken up by the NCERT Research Division and the other programs conducted by CIET also. But here we are mentioning some of the steps which is taken up by the state SCERT during the COVID-19 pandemic for the in-service teachers as well as the pre-service teachers. Here, as before also, I have mentioned that the opening of SCERT Manipur official YouTube channel, it was open for the first time during the pandemic, so that we can send our messages and information to the larger viewers. So till now, we have around about 3 lakh viewers. And training programs, most of the training programs, the state training programs conducted by the SCERT as well as the DTH were conducted through online mode. And NISA 2.0 was organized through Diksha platform, but as per the guidelines, there should be certain interactive sessions on NISA 2.0, on the modules of NISA 2.0, which is provided by the NCERT. But during that time, due to this pandemic, we cannot meet one another in face-to-face mode. That is why most of the interactive sessions were conducted through online mode, through Google Meet, by making different batches of 50-50 in-service teachers like that. It is conducted by the DTH, and one of the coordinator was, I'm also one of the coordinators. So in one or other way, during COVID-19 pandemic, in order to compensate the learning loss of the students as well as the teachers, we are trying to tackle many kinds of strategies. And in the DTH, as we are opening the pre-service classes, conducting the DLED programs, that also classes were done through online mode, through Google Meet. And most of the time, the submission of assignments as well as the submission of other things were done through paperless mode. And one important thing that we learned at the time was that how to impart the online classes and how to demonstrate in online mode was learned by the pre-service student also. This is mainly done through WhatsApp and the Google Meet. And in the DTH, before we were done, admission process were done in offline mode, but during the pandemic, admission process were done through online mode. The submission and the religion issuing of forms, all these are done through online mode. And here, one important area that I found during the pandemic is the capacity building of the teachers by themselves, I mean the teacher educators. Our teacher educators, they try to learn by themselves how to integrate ICT so that they can impart their knowledges, they can send their messages to the students. At this time, there is no need of teaching by us and they're taking up any capacity building program. Instead, they try to learn it by themselves. And this is a jump area, I think. And moreover this, we can see the regular live discussion streaming sessions through SCERT YouTube channel on every Wednesday. This kind of similar programs were imparted by the SCERT during the COVID-19 pandemic by inviting resource persons. And on every Wednesday, they try to stream on different topic areas. Sometimes they invite the resource person from Manipur University, and sometimes they invite the resource person from CTEs and the DTH also. So likewise, we try to keep in touch with the students, like the school-going students, as well as the in-service teachers, as well as the pre-service students also. And taking up in this, while we are taking initiative, we are not doing by ourselves. Sometimes we need resource support. And our main resource support is given by the CIET team of NCERT New Delhi, and they take initiative on face-to-face mode or sometimes online mode. And whenever we have certain doubts, they try to clear all our doubts. And recently, in February 2022, I think we have an orientation program of SRGs, that is State Resource Groups, on developing of e-content in Diksha. And from Manipur, altogether 20 SRGs had been oriented. So, for all the resource support, we thank you again, the CIET team, and hope that you will further support us in future also. But again, while we are taking certain initiative, this kind of digital initiative, as this area is young to us, we find certain issues. That's why we want to highlight to you some issues in brief. As I have mentioned that Manipur's topographical feature is mainly the hilly areas, and we are having a little, our area of hilly area is very small. Therefore, maybe due to topographical feature, sometimes glitches of network is very common, mostly in the hilly areas. And even in the valley also sometimes, even in the morning also today itself there were glitches, and we rectify it after some time. So these kind of problems, sometimes our work progress, it can be delayed. For this, we want to suggest, or we want to request to the government that what kind of improvement areas can be taken up so that the glitches may be minimized. And the technological gadgets, it is a very important part for digitization process. So this kind of technological gadgets that we are having is obsolete, especially in SCERTs as well in diet centers, and we want to, needs to be upgraded also. And in this regard also, we want to take help from the CIET, what type of technological gadgets can be installed in our institutions so that our digitization or digital initiatives can be maximized. And the capacity building of the teacher educators in using different kind of educational apps. It is very important because there are teacher educators who are well versed in the area of social science, some are well versed in English, and some are in societal context. So there are different areas who have good knowledge. But in terms of using these kind of educational apps, sometimes it hampers in their progress. So when we are using technology, we also need different kinds of apps for different subject areas, and this kind of capacity building of the teacher educator is much needed, because we the teacher educator, again we have to impart to the in-service teachers and the two other stakeholders. That is why this one area is very important. And we want to introduce smart class in all the diet centers, because in diet centers, not only the pre-service, but also the in-service teachers are coming to build their capacity. That is why the smart class at diet center is also very important. So these are some of the brief issues and the recommendations we are having. So now all the viewers, these are all our initiatives which are taken up, and Ma'am Tanvi, these are all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the beautiful presentation, and we got to know so much about all those digital initiatives that Manipur state has taken in all these years. Ma'am, I have a few questions, and in one of the slides you were showing about the audio educational program, and its title was in your regional language, and the title was Atopa Mangal. Can you please explain its meaning?
Okay. Under this title, Atopa Mangal, that is, the literal meaning of it is another ray of light.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah, this is another ray of light. That means the light is, when we get the light to everybody, every living beings, then they have to grow. Simply, they have to nurture. That's why we want to impart knowledge in another way, so that the student as well as the parents as well the elders or everybody can learn from it. That is why we are naming it as Atopa Mangal.
Awesome, amazing, ma'am. And in one of the slides again, you show that there are more than 30,000 viewers on your YouTube channel of SCERT Manipur. So congratulations on that. This is a huge number, and I really hope that this number grows with time in future. Thank you. Ma'am, we have last 3 minutes left, so I would like to ask a few questions. Do you think that digital initiatives in education can be taken up as a priority for your state, that's Manipur?
Exactly. It is must, because the first point is that cooperation and the collaboration itself is a skill of the 21st century learning. That's why, as we know that Manipur is a landlocked state, and the accessibility in Manipur is hard. Even the state students, if they want to go to the outside of Manipur and they want to collaborate to other people and mingle with other people, they have to they have to transport through roadways. That is also difficult, and there is only airways. That's why this kind of digital initiatives should be taken up in Manipur, giving a special priority so that the students can share their knowledge and whatever they learn, or they can learn from others also. So in virtual mode or in online mode also. So, and moreover, we are a small state and our people are a few. And sometimes the young children, they also want to know the vast world around them. That's why this kind of digital initiatives should be taken up, and we should expose ourselves more and more to the outer world so that we can grow.
Okay, all right. And ma'am, I would like to ask Dr. Tinkoneng, ma'am, can you elaborate the different materials in lyric.net?
In lyric.net, it is under Samagra Shiksha. So what they do is that few teachers are selected.
Okay.
Here, all these teachers, selected teachers, will discuss, will elaborate, will demonstrate the topic, subject. It is subject based. They will discuss, they will explain what the lesson is about, right from class 1 to 12. So students can see the videos, they can self-learn at home during pandemic. So student can enjoy it, they can self-learn it.
Okay. All right. Like you said that this website is under construction, so I hope it gets constructed very soon, and students and teachers, they can take the best benefit out of it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us, for letting us know all those digital initiatives about the state of Manipur. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the viewers, all the participants who saw this program, and it was wonderful to talk to our experts who joined us from directly Manipur, and they explained so much about the digital initiatives which we were not aware about earlier. But now we know, and I'm sure we are going to enjoy this program even if we see it later on our YouTube channel, which is NCRT Official. We're wrapping up this particular program, but stay here. We are coming up with another special program of ours, that is Sayog, and the topic of discussion would be leisure time use and adolescent mental well-being. So if you have any questions, please be ready and share them with us. Thank you once again. Take care. Namaskar.